But to be fair, then you started kind of going hard at Nipsey. You said that there's a gay sex tape and shit like that.
He did not die an A-list artist. That's gonna be real. Y'all talking about he was a legend. If he was a legend, why y'all didn't treat him like that while he was here?
What do you think about Wack and the stuff that he said about Nip? In terms of the alleged tape and everything.
You notice that the first baby mama who's starring in these tapes has never one time said Wack 100 is lying.
What do you think about Wack 100 and some of the Nipsey comments? He was talking about a tape that he's seen before.
I've been saving his career, bro. Nipsey got gay shit on him, bro. Also, my mama. We got all the footage.
Wow.
Yeah, nigga, he paying a nigga to fuck baby mama with him. His baby mama.
That's all y'all getting. Y'all didn't hit them lights. Did y'all not hear what he just said?
I'm back with another video. The drama surrounding Wack 100 and his online presence is absolutely insane. With the amount of outlandish claims that have come out of Wack's mouth, I'm surprised that he hasn't been knocked off yet. In 2022, Wack once again found himself at the center of controversy. On Tuesday, April the 19th of that very same year, Hassan Campbell played a recording of Wack 100 discussing a sex tape allegedly involving the late Nipsey Hussle, another man and the mother of Nip's child. In the recording, Wack talked about how Nipsey was having sex with another man, all while claiming he was saving Nip's career. After the clip was reposted to the Neighborhood Talks Instagram account, comments poured in bashing Wack 100 over the allegations. However, this would not be the first time that Wack 100 has sparked outrage from Nipsey Hussle fans. In December of 2019, just 9 months after Nipsey was fatally shot outside of his Marathon clothing store in South Central Los Angeles, when questioned by TMZ outside of the game's 40th birthday party, Wack would state that Nipsey Hussle isn't a legend. It's a known fact that Wack 100 has said a lot of shit over the years. This, however, was a very dangerous game that he was playing, so much so that Reggie Wright will speak on it on the Bomb First YouTube channel.
But I do know, and I do see that this information that he's putting out and getting involving him and inserting himself into, it's real dangerous. It's not going to end well, y'all. And it's unfortunate. I hope so, because y'all know I got a lot of love for Wack. So I hope it eventually works itself out and this shit goes away and he moves on to another topic. Maybe Reggie.
For those that don't know Reggie, what is the information that he is putting out? Just really briefly, for people that don't follow this stuff and don't know, what is it that exactly that he's putting out that's dangerous, if you don't mind me asking?
Well, he got people supposed to be coming out on February the 14th. So I know that date hadn't came yet. He's got this guy that's a crip from the 60 area. They're supposed to be putting out a tape of Nipsey doing sexual acts with another man and a female.
These claims by Wack 100 would set the internet on fire. It was no surprise at all that Cowboy, while on the New Jumper podcast, would slam the allegation.
You can say as much or as little about this topic as you want, but there's been a lot of clubhouse chitter-chatter, let's call it, over the course of the past couple of months. A lot of disrespectful theories thrown out about Nip, etc. How do you feel when you see a lot of that stuff going on?
In particular, I'm not sure what topic you really talking about. I'm not real big in and out here, little bits and pieces.
Some of it feels so disrespectful that I wouldn't even really want to necessarily be specific.
Yeah, like I said, I don't entertain if you got a specific person in mind or whatever. My thing is, if you got something bad to say about Nip, that's like speaking bad on Martin Luther King or you speaking bad on a positive person. So I've been hearing rumors, they talking about tapes or whatever, that shit. If you got the tape, produce the tape. Nip gone. Nip family straight. You got the tape, what is you protecting? Nip gonna make money, his family gonna make money forever. Nigga, we was rich before rap. Nigga, we's rich rolling. Big U been had money. Nigga, we been having money. This shit ain't about no money. You feel me? We been having bread. Black Seminole been having bread. We just doing it, nigga, cause we could do it. Show motherfuckers we could do it. Feel me? So, you know, they in it for the likes. They getting us sidetracked from the message. So if you look at every motherfucker that's talking about all the new hot topics, they wasn't shit prior to Nip death.
Wack's disrespect wasn't welcomed by Nipsey's followers, though, many interpreting it as disingenuous considering Wack's previous slander of Nip. Wack's salacious claim that he possessed a gay sex tape involving Nipsey Hussle was the most slanderous narrative that he has ever pushed in regard to Nip. The internet is a weird place, and Wack 100 is a master manipulator, pulling the puppet strings, as will be the case with Hassan Campbell. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that it was all a play, designed to look like Hassan was exposing Wack. However, the reality is that it was Wack's way of bringing the story to the internet.
And after that interview, you and Wack 100 had a phone call, and you ended up recording the call and leaking it out.
Yeah.
Why'd you do that?
Because Wack 100 was one of the most wickedest, foulest dudes that I've ever came across, and I knew he was playing me the whole time. Like, when you listen to the phone conversations and the things that he was saying, some of these people was his friends.
If you have no idea what I'm talking about, peep out this audio of Wack going in about the entire situation.
The bitch fucking her. He pulls his dick out the bitch, go grab the bitch by her hair, pull her mouth off the nigga dick, cuck kiss the bitch, and put her mouth back on the dick. Neighborhood crib. You know the place, bro.
I think that's where it gets a little disrespectful. The neighborhood crib part.
Every time a nigga asks me, bro, about yo, I'm like, yo, bro, listen, if I didn't like dude, I'd have been this some nigga. I've been in the middle of some shit that ain't got nothing to do with me, but I know if that shit come out, it ain't gonna look good, nigga. For real, nigga. Straight up, nigga.
Yo,
so if
he
I
said
didn't
he's
like
recorded
this,
3 conversations.
If I didn't like this nigga, I'd have been, yeah, put it out.
Right. Well, no, I agree with that. I agree because
Come on, bro.
I don't see the extorting part of it. I'll say this though, because this is why
extorting what? Who you extorting?
Hold on.
We don't charge each other.
Wait. A lot of people are mad at you though because they mad. It's the Nipsey thing.
What? No. You can't be mad at me. Hey, listen. I've been making sure for 3 years it didn't come out. Be mad at Hassan. His embarrassment was so great. He didn't give a fuck about Nipsey.
Wait, hold on. He said he got you on tape calling Nipsey a rat.
Let's keep it real. Listen, his embarrassment is so great. He didn't give a fuck about Nipsey. He got mad because of the embarrassment of this podcast show on your platform.
And by the way, yo,
hold on.
Go ahead.
I could have been talked about this shit. I'm the only nigga on the face of this earth who been keeping it from coming out. This nigga ain't no Crip or no Blood who own this shit. It ain't in my possession. I don't want it in my possession. I just been seeing it and I advise this nigga on what he shouldn't do. That's it and that's all. So be mad at Hassan because he been having this shit for 3 months for what it looked like. Be mad at him.
Yo, wait. I also said this though. I said, hey, and by the way, and I said this, you called me last night or 2 nights ago, and we had a conversation, and I said,
couple nights.
Yeah, and I was like, yo, Wack, I was interested to see how you would handle that question because you mentioned something of the sort to me too as well. Of course, I didn't record you, but I heard about it. I was never going to speak about it because you know what? If I spoke about it,
it's a bunch of niggas that it ain't nothing new, bro. So end of the day, it is what it is. What it is.
Yeah, so I heard about it. I was never going like, yo, oh shit, because that was something that clearly, that is very sacred.
So can we agree? His embarrassment, his anger for this embarrassment, that he didn't want to deal with a man in person, was that great that Hassan didn't give a fuck about Nipsey. He put it out, not me.
The amount of hate that Wack was directing at Nipsey, who had already passed, was one of the many acts that he pulled off that would define his true character. For anyone that hasn't been paying attention, all of Wack's manipulation tactics have been aimed directly at Crips, which Reggie Wright would point out, again on the Bomb First YouTube channel.
Okay, Did you see the video? Like, it's like a little makeshift documentary that World Star Hip Hop on YouTube put out, not insinuating, they were stating that Wack 100 was a federal informant. Did you see that?
Yeah, I saw that. You know, I guess it's all war and fair games when it comes to stuff like that. I hate that. Do I hate it? Or do I find it funny that these Crip dudes are letting this Pyru dude play them like a motherfucking puppet? I'm sure she'll go and insert herself in it somehow and probably be calling Big U if he haven't already did and getting involved in it, because that's a major big topic right now. And that ain't the Pyru that I was talking about, been playing all these Crips like a puppet. I'm talking about Wack. He been, man, that situation is not going to end well. Let me just say this. I have talked to people, sent paperwork and all of that to people in law enforcement that they know, and they have all told me, man, Wack was never an informant. I know y'all say I'm a Wack 100 apologist and all of that, but I have no evidence or knowing of Wack being an informant. So I don't agree with those statements that's been made.
No, I swear, bruh, you can't make this shit up.